I'm getting ready for my family's big trip to Universal. It's all packed, the van's ready to go. I'm so excited. Universal is such a big park, and they have a lot of great visual rhetoric. And since it's assignment time for spring break, I'm going to walk you guys through it. Ready? Here we go! So we're at our first rest stop, and guess who? It's Mickey Mouse. He's placed right in front of the door so incoming travelers, mostly families with children or big kids, aunts and uncles never want to grow up, see him and think of all the good times and dreams that Mickey, Disneyland, and Disney World symbolize. It's actually pretty great pathos, and it helps that they make him look like a bronze statue. Now, bronze statues are typically reserved for important people, and they have little plaques underneath where you can read about them. So when you see this iconic character in a bronze statuesque type style, you go up and you read the pamphlets, and they make their money. Back on the road, we're almost there, and bam, Universal Boulevard. Instant brand recognition, and a contributor to my own excitement. We head on, and I notice the signs start to change. They're big, blue, round with silver and white details. Why? Well, if you look closely, it fits the theme of the Universal logo. The big round blue symbol matches the globe without its continents to a T. Considering that others like Disney tend to use this brand recognition within a certain mile radius, it's pretty effective. Now at the hotel, I'm seeing all-around visual rhetoric, not isolated cases. There are lots of bright colors, and the detailing is very, very important. Bright colors and vintage cars add to happiness, but they also add to this theme of a 50s or 60s Americana-style resort. If you look, they have these old products that you can't even get anymore. Now this is supposed to add to a great experience which makes you happy and you spend more money. And when you look at the signage, once again, we're fitting the theme of bright colors, and it's supposed to draw you in and catch your attention. This is going to be something that you'll see all around your park, and I did. Now, once we get further into the hotel, there's a Starbucks. And even if you can't read the sign, you know it's Starbucks, not just from the smell, but from the colors. They have their own style and theme, and even though they make it still look like this 50s, 60s style restaurant, the colors are very specific. Even in the parks, when you see Starbucks, it's instantly recognizable, and as it's something that's familiar, you want to go buy and drink. Now, they do have their own hotel pool bars, which it's smart to have a pool bar because people will be thirsty, but they do little details. They stick with the coloring, they stick with their themes, and they can jack up prices because it works. Now we're finally at Universal. Can't wait for the rhetoric here. As we're looking around, we can kind of see the parks, and we know Universal is going to want to sell you the idea of you're at a studio. So when you get to the Minion ride, you see lots of minions. You see the movie and what you're familiar with, and it's adapted to immerse you in this experience. So the little drawings on the wall, things like that, are going to catch your attention, keep you immersed, and make you feel happy, and you're going to want to go again sometime, once again, so they can get money. And it's kind of pulling on a pathos appeal because you feel that experience. It's your emotions. They're messing with how you feel. But it's kind of worth it. And as you're walking around, even in the rides, at the stores, after the Mummy ride at the counter, you'll see lots of traveling things because that's what it's about. It's about being in a foreign land. So they're really playing on your logos in a way too, because logically you're in this setting, you should buy things that fit. Like when you go to Diagon Alley and there are wizards around and you're at Gringotts, don't you want a wand? Don't you want to fit in? Don't you want the merchandise? It's a great appeal to get you to buy things. Even when you have one of the characters who's coming up and talking to you and telling you to exchange your muggle money. Now, if you've never been there before, there's this amazing train, and when you go, you can go between the two parks on that train. They have this billboard, "Make a Little Magic," near the Harry Potter world. Now, it's funny because that was in the movie, but they're kind of playing on you in two ways. Make a Little Magic does fit in with the movie because it's magical themed, but you've got a pretty girl, which appeals to your pathos, and logically it fits in. Now, when you're waiting for the train at Hogwarts after this, it's, oh goodness, so exciting. You get to see the bright colors. It matches the movie very exactly. This is, once again, applying to your pathos, because here, it's not logical to go and spend money on all these crazy, extravagant things you can't use in real life, but if you're in the setting, and you're happy and you're enjoying it, you want to go. You want to live the adventure, which is exactly what they do with Islands of Adventure, right next door. When you walk in through the normal entrance, instead of going on the train, you see the adventure begins. They make you start off in this mysterious, mystical land. And it kind of symbolizes adventure, because for someone who lives in America, you've never been to these places before. They immerse you with songs from whatever kind of a world you're in. If you're in the cartoon lands, cartoon songs and sounds. Now this right here is my favorite piece of rhetoric, because I had just come off the ride, I was soaking wet, and here are these dry clothes. They don't have any signs, but they're able to sell it because it's what you need. And they use things that you're familiar with other than Starbucks, like the Jordan logo for their dinosaurs. So if you think about it, they've got everything figured out. They use what you're used to, they use colors, words, placement, pictures, sounds, everything to get you right in the mood so you're ready to go and spend your money. But hey, at the end of the day, isn't it all worth it? It certainly was for my spring break.